Hello, oracles! Well, we got confirmation from Tesla themselves that they are going to be building a Megapack factory over in China. We've got a lot of exciting things that are going to be happening tomorrow. We had all that news with the proxy statement and everything coming out Thursday after hours. The market was closed on Friday, so now we've got all of that information and we've got this Megapack information that we got over the weekend, waiting to see how the market is going to react tomorrow. We also have CPI and PPI data coming out this week. So it could be a very interesting week. We'll get into all of that in just a minute. So, first, we'll get into the macro environment news, and we're going to be getting the CPI data coming out on April 12th, which is this Wednesday. The expected forecast is going to be 5.2%. Last month, we came in at 6.0. So, 5.2% is now going to be getting us very close to where the interest rates are at the moment. So, I had a feeling all along that the Fed wanted to get the interest rates to be above where the inflation was. Then at that point, they can monitor how it comes down and then pivot accordingly. So, right now, we're going to be getting very close to that. So, this number here could potentially indicate whether the Fed is going to actually do the 25 basis point hike come May or if they are going to pause. And now, an important thing to pay attention to when it comes to the CPI and PPI is the fact that last year around this time, inflation was pretty high. So, comparing it year over year, you would expect it to be coming down. So we also want to pay attention to the month over month data. So for CPI, we are looking at a forecast number of 0.3% month over month. Last month, we were at 0.4%. So if this can come in line with that 0.3%, that annualizes to 3.6%. That's still pretty high, but that is significantly lower than it has been. So we would like this to continue coming down. Now, when looking at the PPI data, which comes out on Thursday, April 13th, we are looking at a big drop in the forecast, going from a 4.6% to a 3.1%. Now, don't forget, last month, the forecast was 5.4%, and we came in at that 4.6%. So this has been dropping significantly. Now, this is the cost of goods. So when you're looking at this number, it has been a leading indicator as to where the CPI data was going to fall the next month. So if this does come down, that is a good sign. Now, both of these, if you look at them, you're going to see all the way back to November, the numbers have been coming down. So we have been trending in the right direction. Very good news. So now, are we going to hit that forecast number or not? And again, looking at the month over month number for the PPI, last month we were forecast at 0.3% and we came in at negative 0.1%. This month we are forecast at 0.1%. So are we going to get some more disinflationary pressures coming in from the PPI, or are we going to go back in the positive? We will have to wait and see on Thursday. And now for the major announcement coming out of Tesla Asia. We set off on a new journey towards Master Plan 3, Meet Megafactory in Shanghai, China. And as Sawyer Merritt here breaks down, Tesla will build a Megapack factory in Shanghai, Chinese state media outlet Xinhua reported on Sunday. Construction will begin in Q3 and start production in the Q2 of 2024. Xinhua reported from a signing ceremony in Shanghai. The factory will initially produce 10,000 megapacks per year, potentially generating over $20 billion in annual revenue for Tesla. And Sawyer came back out to reiterate, it's hard to overstate how huge this news is, and it will likely go unnoticed by most. This second Tesla megafactory, when ramped, will likely produce more revenue for Tesla in 2025 than the entire global sales of the Camry sedan will for Toyota. This Shanghai Megafactory will go from breaking ground to SOP in about 10 months, 3 months quicker than Tesla's Lathrop Megafactory did. With these two Megapack factories, Tesla could generate upwards of $50 billion in revenue annually. That's more than Apple's global Mac sales in 2022, which was $40 billion. The energy side of Tesla's business is so slept on. And this is what we have been talking about for quite a while now, is just how big energy is going to end up being, and how by the middle of this decade, we could have energy revenue coming in, starting to kind of compete with automotive. Now, automotive is still going to be taking off, so trying to overcome that will be a massive feat for energy. But by having these Megapack factories on both sides of the world, that's going to be huge. Now, we were talking about this before. We had the rumors that were coming out about the Megapack factory. Now it is confirmed. And again, I wasn't sure if they were going to put one in Indonesia or Australia. Looks like, based upon the rumors we got last week, just makes the most sense to have it in Shanghai. They already know Tesla's culture. They already know what Tesla is expecting of them. They know that they can get this factory built very quickly in Shanghai and ramped very quickly as well. So, great news and great signs that the relationship between Tesla and China are still very strong. And also to piggyback on Sawyer's mention about the fact that it's going to go unnoticed by many, when it goes back to how is the stock market going to be reacting to all of this tomorrow, it may not even notice it. We got the proxy statement, all that other information. There's a lot that the market had to digest over this long holiday weekend. So the market tomorrow can go in many different directions. From my standpoint, it seems like all of the information we got was all good information. JB Straubel possibly coming on board, Tom Ju getting the official title. We had a lot of information coming out about what the future of Tesla is going to be when it comes to Master Plan Part 3. Now we're getting the Megapack factory coming up to reinforce just all of this information that we got about Master Plan Part 3 and Tesla's efforts towards making all of this happen. And so now we go back to last year when we were discussing about how Tesla did a lot of talking and we believed that Tesla was going to be able to back up all of this talking. Now they're actually starting to come out and show us, hey, we are doing it. We are putting up factories. We're putting up these Megapack factories on both sides of the world. We are going to be putting out a lot more energy. This is what we are going to be seeing happening this year. Now the market can react to the real substance behind what Tesla was talking about. So this is very important stuff. Very excited. You guys can let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about the Megapack factory coming over in Shanghai. Again, personally, I think this is awesome. This is just really taking that next step. And Tesla is so early on in the game. There's still so much more for them to accomplish. So this here, just the next step, and we have a lot more to go from here. So the next 2 weeks are going to be very exciting. Again, all of this news to digest going into the market tomorrow, CPI on Wednesday, PPI on Thursday. Then the following week after that, we are going to be getting the earnings report from Tesla. Again, all eyes are going to be on margins. Where did Tesla's margins fall based upon all of the price cuts that we got in Q1? Next 2 weeks, very exciting. We will have to wait and see how the stock trades. Again, like I said, if it comes down, I'm going to be excited. I buy every single day. So if the price comes down, I can get more bang for my buck at that level. And I do feel with all of these fundamental pieces coming in with the Megapack factories, Cybertruck coming out, the fundamentals are going to drive that stock price significantly higher afterwards. So if we get this dip in the meantime, it's going to be a blessing, going to be that gift for us to be able to buy at before the stock takes off again. And hey, maybe if the Fed's going to pause, the stock doesn't end up pulling down and we just take off from here. Not sure, but I do think that we are going to get a pullback at some point before we really take off to the moon for good. And at that point, I will be buying heavier. I will keep you guys posted as to what I feel about all of that and all of my insights. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support. Have a great one.